July favorites, but before I get to the good stuff, I'm gonna have a little bit of a rant. I normally like to stay on the positive side of things, but this is a product that I've talked really positively about in the past, and my experience has totally changed in the past month. So I kind of want to remove my endorsement of them, to not encourage anyone to buy their products, and that is Fitbit. So I bought my first Fitbit 2 years ago, and I had some issues then, but customer service took care of it, so I continued to post positively about Fitbit and to use my Fitbit happily. At that time, the band was peeling off, but it was within my warranty, so I emailed them. They sent me a new one. To me, that was, you know, pretty good. But I have only had this Fitbit since January. This is the replacement Fitbit charge that they sent me, and it has recently stopped working. So the issue that I first emailed them about is that it started not keeping its battery charged very well, and then over the course of emailing them, eventually it's just stopped counting my steps. Like, I would wear it for half a day and it said I'd only taken 500 steps, which is not in line with what it has been counting. Like, it will still come on, well, I guess it's lost battery again. So anyway, I emailed them about it and expected them to fix the problem again, but apparently when they send you a replacement Fitbit, that Fitbit doesn't have a warranty at all. So they were trying to give me a discount to buy a new one, and I was like, but you sent me this one and it didn't even last a whole year. So that doesn't tell me very much good things about your product. So I've had 2 Fitbits in the course of like a year and a half, and they have not lasted. Neither of my Fitbits has lasted through the warranty, but because this one was a replacement Fitbit, they wanted me to buy a new one. But if their products don't last that long, I don't want to spend my money on buying a new Fitbit that's probably not even going to last for another whole year, because they're not cheap. I know they're not super expensive like an Apple Watch or anything, but you would expect them to last, you know, at least a couple years, at least 1 year, and these haven't. So I don't really want to go on a rant about that too much beyond what I've already said, but that's basically is totally cursed my walk to Mordor, because I was using my Fitbit lifetime steps to calculate how far I've gotten, and the Apple Health app, it does count your steps daily, but I just it tabulates them differently, and I've kind of lost track of where exactly I am between Hobbiton and Mount Doom. So I think I'm just gonna table that project for now. I'm not even using the free Fitbit app anymore, so I'm on the lookout for either a new fitness app, a new fitness tracker, or even a smartwatch. So if any of you have any suggestions for that, please leave that down in comments below. I'm kind of looking at all my options. The thing that I really want is a tracker or a watch or an app that will let me know when I've reached my goal. I really like the idea of the Bella Beat, like the little wooden leaf that you wear, and you can be a necklace, or it can be worn on your shirt, or it can be a bracelet. It's really cute, it's really my style, but it doesn't even alert you of anything. It is only a pedometer, basically. It can alert you for an alarm clock. Here I'm going ranting again, but anyway, it doesn't alert you when you've reached your steps, at least currently. That's something they could add in a future update, but currently it doesn't do that. So please let me know if you have a tracker that you've had a good experience with, or an app that lets you know your progress and if you've reached your goal for the day, or if you have a smartwatch that you love, leave that in comments below. So we're gonna leave the negativity behind, and I'm gonna go to my favorite things now. So one of my favorite things in July is the Paul Mitchell Tea Tree Special Shampoo. I used this like a long time ago. It was way less fancy then. It was just in a little white bottle. But I actually found this on some kind of sale. If I bought 2 bottles, so I have like a years-long supply or something now. I love the tea tree shampoo, especially in this hot summer heat. Like, sometimes your hair just gets icky in all of the hot sun, and this really, like, it tingles, and so it makes you feel like your hair is getting really clean. It smells really good, and I love the green. It's pretty in my bathroom. So tea tree shampoo. I don't think they sell smaller bottles. My only complaint, it's a little bit of an investment, but then again, you don't have to buy shampoo for a really long time, especially if you buy 2 bottles like me. My second thing is this tea. It's from Savoy Tea Company, which is local to Arkansas, but they have a website. So if you live further away, you can order it from their website. It's one of the more expensive teas because it's has fruit and nuts in it as opposed to tea leaves. And normally I'm all about the black caffeinated tea, like good strong builder's brew type stuff. And I still drink that every day, but this is something new that I tried. It's called caramel apple almond. I don't really taste the caramel part. The way that I've been brewing this is actually cold. They had a little like sample in their shop where it was iced tea, and it's so hot. It's really nice to have something cold in the summer. So it is caffeine free. It has apple pieces, almonds, cinnamon pieces, beetroot, which makes it a lovely pink light color, and then it says flavoring, which maybe that's where the caramel is supposed to come in, but I don't really taste that. But it's really, really good, a really light flavor. You could make it hot or you can make it cold. I've tasted it both ways, but right now in this weather, I really love it cold. I use like 5 or 6 teaspoons to do like a big pitcher. First I brewed it with like the water from my kettle, and I let it sit, and I put like a little bit shy of a 1/4 cup of demerara sugar in it. And then once that steeped, I added more water and ice. So it's really not very much sugar for that much tea, like per portion that you would have. And it's really good flavor. Like I said, it's one of the more expensive teas that they have, but also the way that I'm brewing it in a really big batch that's not super strong. It's just a really subtle light. Like there is the flavor and it smells so good. Let me see if I can get you to see a little bit. The apple pieces, the almonds, the beetroot. It's not something I would normally try, but they had it as a taste test and I really loved it. So if you're in Northwest Arkansas, you can drop by. You don't have to buy this big bag. I actually went back to get a bigger bag because I loved it so much. And sometimes, sometimes Savoy will like change flavors. They won't have a flavor anymore, and I wanted to be sure that I had some more of this in case they got rid of this flavor because I really loved it. Yeah, so that's that. If you're local, you can pick one up. They have like a little sample bag that's like $3. Okay, the third favorite thing for this month is fresh flowers. So I got a $4 bouquet, which was much bigger than this, 2 weeks ago. And they're starting to get a little bit droopy now, but I pared down the really droopy ones like yesterday, 2 days ago, and I put the ones that still look good at that time in this vintage milk jug, which was my mama's from North Carolina. And they're getting a little brown on the edges now, but it's been 2 weeks and I only paid $4. So until I get my little cottage garden planted out front, you know, that's not a really bad option. Just pick up a bouquet. It was nice to have them on the table. I'm trying this experiment in distraction-free eating. So instead of eating in front of the TV or trying to multitask all the time, just sitting and eating at the table, which is fine if you have people to talk to, but since I'm at home alone for breakfast and lunch, having some pretty flowers to look at was pretty helpful. So I don't know how much longer they're gonna last, but they've already lasted a pretty good bit. And then my fourth favorite thing is we finally ordered my wedding album. Now I'm gonna do a whole nother video and review on this. It's from the company Loktah, but it's one of my favorites, so I just wanted to show a little snippet of it here. My photos were taken by Stephanie Smith, and I'll link her website below if you're in Northwest Arkansas and need a good wedding photographer. What I love about this album is how natural it looked. We got married in a state park, so it was very outdoorsy. I don't know if you can see, the pages are all torn. I paid a little bit of an upgrade for that, but it just fit the style of our wedding so much. So I'm just gonna flip through, go back to focus, a few pages, and we'll do a full flip through later. This is kind of awkward to try and show you guys. We'll do an overhead next time. But I really love how the paper quality is. I love the torn edges, and I love actually having our photos physically printed finally. It was our 3rd anniversary, and we celebrated by finally ordering our wedding album. So, and this is from the company Loktah, which is only available to professional wedding photographers. I still have my account. I was doing professional wedding photography and cinematography like as my main job for a few years ago. Now I'm teaching theater courses, theater appreciation at university level, so I'm kind of not doing that as often. I'm still keeping that freelance option open, but it's not really a business. It's just more of a hobby now. So my only regret is that we couldn't put like something on the cover, so I might DIY something on there, because it's kind of a little plain on the outside, but the inside is so perfect. I love they use a bunch of eco-friendly sustainable materials, and they're just a fantastic company out of Louisiana. Everything's made locally in Louisiana, I'm 99% sure. So my favorite things were finally ordering my wedding album, which I encourage you to do, because if you haven't done it yet, lots of us these days get photos on CD, and while it's great, like we have them on a slideshow on our Apple TV, so we look at them almost every day, but there's just something great about having them physically printed. Yeah, so that's exciting. Then just to review, fresh flowers, tea tree shampoo, and I don't have enough hands. This apple almond tea from Savoy in Northwest Arkansas. So let me know down in comments below if you have a suggestion for a fitness tracking app and or your favorite things from this month. And we'll see you next time. Cheers!